And hello everyone, hello people of the known universe. As always, welcome to my channel. Sir Cool's a lot, you're cool, I'm cool, we're all super cool. So first of all, Happy New Year if you are celebrating the Western New Year. Wishing you all great prosperity for 2026. So let's jump on in and let me show you what I have. So this video post here is a continuation of my efforts to explore getting good high quality, well-priced products directly from mostly China, so importing different products. And so as you know, I am a really big fan of what is referred to as the RX Coolers Mini, the MVIIOE or the Secret Box. There's different names for it, but the picture speaks for itself. It's this kind of mini cooler, very slick, a little bit tall but very thin, can hold 1 or 2 pens at the most, and it's really handy for 1 week trips, or if you only need to transport 1 injector pen for your trip. So anyway, so I've been traveling with this product quite a few times, and I've been on a quest to see if I can get a good way to purchase these for a really good price, which is unfortunately not what's going on with a lot of the main online shopping sites. There's a lot of price gouging. So let me jump on in and tell you about this latest attempt at importing this product. So here are my usual disclaimers. Feel free to pause this, but as you hopefully know, I'm on a personal quest to find the best medicine travel coolers. No sponsorship, not interested in any of that. I'm posting these videos to really just help the medical travel cooler community with making good and informed choices about protecting and keeping their meds safe during their trips. So this is just a quick kind of roadmap of I guess the typical import journey for a lot of the products that I'm trying to import. So mostly coming from China, maybe a few other places, and making their way over to California, USA. So this is a part 2 video. I actually attempted to procure the RX coolers or MVIIOE Mini a few times. I've had several failed attempts. Basically, a lot of vendors just not responding or saying that they're out of inventory, different things like that. So it's been a bit hit and miss. And so I've been continuing to try, and I have finally managed to get a batch, and so I got pretty excited here. So I ordered a couple. I ordered 4 over different I guess in 2 blocks, 2 orders, and they all arrived. And so what else left to do than fire them up and test them out and see how they do. So that was just here, just kind of a quick recap. This was some of my previous attempts to order this product. So I've had cancellations, I've had completed orders that never showed up, and I've had expired orders. So yeah, as you know, this is just to quickly show you what on the AliExpress, you know, there's different styles. There's the without USB, the with USB basic kit, and then there's a fully loaded kit with gel packs and ice packs and so on and so forth. So that's kind of what you may or may not purchase. So this is basically what I got. All the products that I ordered arrived roughly at the same time. 4 boxes. The boxes have a lot of sort of the Chinese trade dress sort of branding on the outside versus the US products that are branded RX coolers. These ones are kind of branded Secret Box. Secret Box is sort of the generic version of this product, so it's unbranded. You can see here I've got an interesting picture on the right already. So as I opened up the boxes. One of the coolers, interestingly enough, the metal part of the lid was parted away from the rest of the lid, and it was quite interesting to see this because you could actually take a peek and have a look at what the content or the inside of the lid was made of, and I was sort of intrigued to see that it was basically some polystyrene foam that had been, it almost looked like it had been sort of poorly cut and jammed in there. So I was like, oh, that's not the most elegant, high quality. Wish I hadn't seen that. So normally you don't get to see this because it's sort of sealed in the lid, but in one of these cooler boxes, this was popped open already for my viewing, and so hey, this is what I saw. Fair enough. So let's keep on going. So that's just to kind of zone in and look at that, look at this lid a little bit more closely. So it's just very classic polystyrene foam, nothing fancy about it. I guess it has insulation properties, fair enough. And you can also kind of get a little bit of peek here at some of the molding sprues that I guess the manufacturing molding kind of sprues that you normally don't get to see when this lid is hidden. So it's just interesting to kind of see how that looks. Let's keep on going. Okay, so basically, to cut a long story short, I had 4 units. One was dead on arrival. Well, not quite dead. It actually turned on, but it basically didn't cool. So I'm not going to display that one here. And then one of the units performed actually, pretty well, similar to the 4-all family Voyager. It was hovering in the 42, 43 Fahrenheit mark. And then here I've got the data for the actually what was quite an impressive performer, and then also one that kind of performed pretty poorly. So let me walk you through this. So this is one cooler that's sitting on its side, and this is another one of the coolers sitting on its side. And the data plot here is just to pull from the SwitchBot display, sort of the app display panel. And I had one probe sitting towards the lower side, one sitting towards the upper, and then similarly one sitting towards the lower and the upper. So for the unit that didn't perform really well, it sort of, it cooled down and basically just hovered at just above the 46 sort of Fahrenheit mark. All of these temperature probes were fully calibrated before the test, so I know that the readout here is very accurate, very precise. And so you can kind of see here that this unit was basically skirting above or below the 46 Fahrenheit mark, which is kind of basically almost a no-go in terms of performance, and then especially imagining if the temperatures, drifted to being a little bit more extreme when it kind of cools down or warms up. There's no way this unit's gonna pass the test. So it's kind of a shame to see. This is what it is. But to the right side, I was incredibly surprised by the performance of this unit. It actually cooled down amazingly to 38.5 Fahrenheit. Which is kind of unprecedented. A lot of these coolers, tend to hover around the 41, 42, maybe 43 Fahrenheit mark. So this beauty here was really nicely performing. I really was impressed and really like this guy here. So I've made a note of that. The only thing that comes to mind though is, of course, with the colder running units, there is always a price to pay because they will consume more battery energy. So I suspect that this unit, although it's really performing ultra nice here at the, I guess let's call it the 39, 38, 39 Fahrenheit mark, there may be a small price to pay in terms of the battery burn that you get out of this. But that said, the RX Mini is super energy efficient. It's one of the best energy efficient units that I've come across actually. The batteries last a really long time. So for example, the INU 20,000 milliamp hour batteries that I have, they can have this unit easily running into the 15 to 20 hour, maybe even more range if it's a little bit colder. It may even go as far as 24 hours on a single battery, which is super incredible. So I'll put this one through some extra paces just to see how long the battery lasts, but I may actually put this one into service with my live travel coolers that I use, because it's such an impressive performance. So this is not the longest of videos. So here's where I landed with this. So I ordered 4 units across 2 orders. Basically one was returned, didn't do well. Basically dead on arrival, it wouldn't cool. The other one from that lot did fine. It actually cooled down to around 41 Fahrenheit. I didn't show that data here, so I kept that unit. And the other one, actually the data that I just showed you, so it wouldn't, basically it couldn't really effectively cool down below 46 Fahrenheit. So that one was returned. And then the grand finale was the beauty, the one that cooled down to basically 39 Fahrenheit in an ambient temperature of 75, I should have noted. And that one is just, wow, that's really fantastic. So kind of interesting. So overall a little bit of a hit and miss in terms of the order rate and success. There seems to be quite a bit of manufacturing or supplier vendor variability in the quality of this product. However, when you do strike lucky and get a cooler that actually does what it's supposed to, these are super elegant systems to have. So maybe my word of wisdom here would be, if you do order one of these coolers, test it very thoroughly and thoughtfully to make sure you don't get one of the lemons, as they can be called. I don't know if that makes sense, but one of the duds or the lemons, or the ones that weren't, was kind of more on the fringe of the manufacturing specifications. So that would be my cautionary advice here. So just a heads up, since then I have actually procured a bunch more of these coolers, because I really actually like them, and I was hoping to build up a reasonable inventory for this eBay project that I'm working on. And then of course if you're friends of the channel, we can work offline, and you're always welcome to take dibs on any of the coolers that I have here. I'll be more than happy to get those shipped to you for your medicine travel needs. So, but as you all know, I am working on this side project to kind of try and get a really cool eBay channel up and running with some really nice, high quality, well tested products for patients to use for the best possible prices. So cool. All right, I'm going to call it a wrap. I will hopefully have a video posted in a few days with the outcomes of this next batch of RX Coolers Mini that I'm gonna run through some tests this weekend. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking in front of me here. I have 6 units that I'm gonna put through their paces. So stay tuned, and Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best.